We are introducing back the hacking seconds. So when you pull out the crown, stop the second in order to better synchronize.
All of you saying that this is something missing, you hear it is there now. Yoo-hoo! Welcome back to WatchAdvisor on YouTube, where the watches are the stars. And today I am very honored to be able to present you the new CEO of Panerai, Emmanuel Perrin. A very warm welcome in our world.
Thank you very much, Alexander. The honor is for me.
Why do I say in our world? Because Emmanuel Perrin was the head of the watchmaking division of Richemont. So he was chief of all the brands, and now he is in our world, meaning in the real world where we deal, fight, do things.
A bit more operational.
Yes, a bit more operational.
Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications.
How have you been seeing Panerai since you have seen the brand from above for a long time, and now you are at the brand itself? Can you a little bit explain how you see the brand and what would be your ideas for the next years?
I've seen Panerai as well from the launch back in '98. The so-called pre-Vendôme years, I guess your watchers know that. So from above, but also from inside. I was working in a Vendôme company, distribution company, so for Cartier, Piaget, Baume & Mercier, Vacheron Constantin, and Panerai at the launch. I'm sure you remember.
Yeah, I was there, yeah.
The booth of Panerai was the size of this office. For your viewers, it's 5 by 4. The sales table where you had Sergio Debon and Angelo Bonati was about that size. 2 trays, 5 watches. 7.
In, out, yeah.
Exactly. And at the time, yes, we launched with the Luminor. And this year, we are back. Alessandro Ficarelli will present the watches. He's our chief product and marketing officer. It's his babies, in a way, so I think it's good that he presents. We're back to the Luminor Marina. I think the last 3-4 years have been quite strange for the watch industry. Post-COVID, we had this incredible watch fest. And at Panerai, the last 3 years, last year was about the submersible with Lunar Rossa. The previous year was Radiomir. The year before that was the submersible. And the year of the Luminor was 21, which was the COVID year. So everything stopped. Panerai could not focus on its iconic model with an efficient way. So to come back to the roots, to come back to the basics, to come back to the essence of the maison, of the brand, I think is the right timing to do that. In '98, you remember Luminor, the name was as strong, if not stronger than Panerai. Luminor meant Panerai, Panerai meant Luminor. We're back to our roots, with some innovation, some improvement, some value to the client.
Yeah. I remember when you presented the first edition of watches, Angelo Bonati presented them, and Lisbeth Brunner and me saying, can we buy one? So we got a location of the very first ones to get out, and I'm still having one of the very first Panerais at home. So
thank you for your visit. Maybe what we forget or forgot is, at the time, 44 millimeters
quite bold.
Was not a big watch, was a huge watch.
I know.
39 was a big watch.
I know. It was really something on the wrist that stood out, and everybody would say, what is this? Yes. And you had to explain, these are watches, and you had to tell the story.
It was a great icebreaker.
Your vision for the future, of course, you will not tell me where you will go because this will be secrets, but where are you going to steer the boat?
Again, I think we're back to what Panerai was about when it started. It's professional tools for modern heroes, and we want that watch to accompany you, our clients, on their journey. We are each the hero of our own journey and our own life. And I think it's a nice tool, a nice companion to have on your journey. What is really unique, everybody's using that word unique, but truly for Panerai, it's an Italian Swiss watch brand. So we have the best quality of those nationality. It's the Italian design and the quality of the precision of Swiss manufacturing. So Luminor Marina, it has now become an iconic watch. Every company wants to have an iconic product, whether you make cars, you make watches, you make houses. You just don't decide to make an iconic product. You do the best you can, and you hope your customers, your clients will love it, and it will stand the test of time. And here the function created the design, the bridge protecting the crown. It, as you know, military watches for divers, commandos. Not sure we have found that in the archive, but probably in one of the missions, the crown broke and then the water resistance is an issue. They say we need something to protect it, and it's now designed, but as well with a function which is to increase the watch resistance.
We have been in your laboratories, and so, I can tell you, even if it's open, the watches are still waterproof. Yes. They are so good in quality, and people don't know that. No. We have even been testing those watches that were waterproof waterproof only up to 30 meters to 200 meters, and they passed the test.
Yes.
And I remember the comments in our video, people were astonished and say, why don't they put 50 meters on the watch or 100 meters? Because it stands the test. Your quality is, I've seen what you're doing, and no doubt about the quality.
Each watch is tested underwater for the water resistance, not dry air. And we test 25%
more,
not higher, deeper, more than what we certify. And on this one, we increased the water resistance from 300 meters to 500 meters. It's actually tested to 625.
Wow. So guys, if you think that this is just stories, I'm talking with Emmanuel here, go on our channel. We have all the videos. We have been visiting the manufacturer of Panerai, I think 3 times in total, and we've been filming everything. You can see everything, and it's there. It's no blah blah, it's there. Well, I have to say this.
It's there to be seen, and if you want to come to Neuchâtel, you're most welcome.
You don't change it, you always accept it, visit.
We do. Yeah, we do.
Okay, great. So nothing will change. Emmanuel, I wish you all the best. Fingers crossed.
Thank you very much.
Next year we will meet again.
I hope before, but with pleasure next year.
We will be here once again.
Alexander, thank you
Emmanuel,
very much.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
All the best, and I will switch to Alessandro, and he will take over for the novelties.
Thank you very much.
Well, as just announced, Alessandro Ficarelli joins in, Chief Marketing and Product Officer. Ciao.
Ciao Alexander,
Ciao,
how are you? Come
Tutto a
stai?
posto?
Benvenuti a tutti.
Benvenuti a tutti. Italian brand with Swiss quality. Here is the Swiss quality.
We unveiled the novelties of the year. We were already talking before about Luminor as our main highlight this year at Watch is a Wonder, where you enter an underwater world that is a Panerai natural playground. So it's about back to our roots, back to the authentic spirit of the brand. And we stage our most iconic, emblematic collection. It's symbol of Italian design, but also symbol of Panerai, because it's the watch where you can even remove any logo from the dial. You know,
and
because
people will
of
recognize it.
Because of this sandwich dial, luminous dial, or the safety lock system, because of the shape, everyone knows that is a Panerai. In fact, we have watches in our assortment without any logo, as you know.
I like this very much, by the way. Less is more.
Of course, less is more.
Too much information on a dial spoils the dial, but this is me.
But you know,
others say, okay, I want to know everything, and I always say, put off everything, just keep it a dial. A dial tells the time.
It's about our roots. Panerai was born as a military watch, as a tool watch, and tool watch and instruments for the commandos of Italian Navy. When I joined Panerai in 2005, I still remember when Mr. Bonati was saying heritage, history has always been and will always be the foundation of Panerai strategy.
Let me interrupt this video for a short moment, please. We need you to join our community on our website, www.watchadvisor.com. You can now discover more content. We are going to create forums. We have discussions. You can share stuff. You can come in discussion with me. We're going to present you more insights, more in-depth videos, more in-depth information, and so on and so on and so on and so on. It's all about watches. WatchAdvisor is the name. I am the Watch Advisor. You know that. This was the reason I'm interrupting this video, and now enjoy the rest of it.
So let's talk about Luminor Marina, our product hero of this year. 44mm case. We rework the shape of the lugs that follow the line of the carrier of the middle case. We reduce a little bit the thickness and the weight of the case by 10% in order to have better proportion and more comfort on the wrist. We removed automatic from the dial, also because you can see the oscillating weight from the sapphire crystal on the back.
So the watches do have a see-through case back?
Yeah.
Nice.
We remove automatic also because our client were asking something more clean, more pure.
That's what I said to you first. Dials are here to show the time. It's not an information billboard.
Yeah, it's an hour, minute, small second at 9 o'clock. Bevel date in order to have more readability on the date, and upgraded Super Luminova. We are using the X2 Super Luminova.
What is the difference for our audience?
It's up to 30% brighter, is longer, and actually the beauty is that it's more intense. If you remember, we introduced last year on the Helux, on our Lab ID submersible, it's like Lab ID, and starting from this year we are going to include also on the Luminor collection. Then you were talking before about water resistance. we upgraded the water resistance of our watches from 300 to 500 meters. As you were mentioning, all our watches are designed, built, and tested to a water resistance that is at least 25% more than what we declare. It's very important. You have been to our manufacturer.
It is online in our videos. I insisted because there was the discussion, how can you sell a Panerai 30 meters waterproof? And I said, okay, man, I picked a watch. They gave me trays and I just random picked one and said, okay, let's take this one. So I didn't want you to cheat and we put it there and they were all a little bit waiting. It went 200. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. And this was for me a proof that you are a little bit underestimating what you're able to. You should be a little bit more aggressive in telling how good your quality is.
I agree. Developing a bold watch, we should be even bolder in terms of message.
Things. There are people out there thinking that you are still using ETA movement. I don't know why they think that.
This is the P980 caliber.
P900.
980.
980.
3 days automatic caliber. We are introducing a transversal bridge of the balance wheel. Transversal bridge in order to give more solidity, also because Panerai watch are bold, solid, are tough watches for tough people. We are introducing back the hacking seconds. Stop second that is also associated to the history of the brand. So when you pull out the crown, stop the second in order to better synchronize.
All of you saying that this is something missing, you hear it is there now, yoo-hoo. So hacking seconds are back.
Hacking seconds, sapphire crystal is back. Plus, we introduced the palm click release system. So we can remove the strap without the use of any tool. You can see it's very easy. You can do it very easily, and then tack is click. But also for the first time, also on the buckle on the 44 millimeter. So by pulling the clasp this side and the tongue on the other side, we can see that the pin goes out, and you can remove and change also the buckle without any
How
tools.
many different straps you offer?
Actually, we used to say that we have one strap per day because we counted all our straps. We have more than 360 straps. That's why we could change one strap per day in terms of material, from alligator to calf, to vintage calf, to rubber.
You choose and you change your watch to the style you want to have it.
In the packaging, on top of the alligator bracelet that you find on the watch, we add the rubber. You know, it's typical of Panerai, adding a second strap in rubber. But then we have a range of straps because our clients love to change
and now
the
it's
strap.
really easy. But it was quite easy with the tooling that came along. No big deal, for me at least. But this is really keep it simple and stupid.
Alexander, since we start to use glasses and to use screwdriver in the evening without glassing is better without the screwdriver. What is very important is using existing strap on the new case and using the new straps with the palm click release system also in the existing watches. So we have a full interchangeability also because we know that our clients own a lot of different straps to play with the look of the watch. Available blue, black, white dial. Another statement, Alexander, that I want to highlight, that we put all this upgrading on the watches without increasing the average price. So we kept the same retail price, €8,900 on the Luminor Marina, available with black, white and blue sandwich dial.
Do the watches come with a second strap?
Second strap, blue rubber, green rubber and black rubber strap on all the watches, and easy to change. Available steel with brush middle case, polished bezel, and also available in titanium. The beauty of titanium is 40% lighter than steel, as you can feel it.
Yes.
With this military green sunbrush dial. Same feature of the other watch. You are involved in the brand, you know the brand since many years. Titanium is in Panerai territory since 1985, when there was the Millimetri prototype that was made in titanium. And then you were talking about the first collection from 1997, 1998, where there was also the PAM 25. There was the Luminor submersible in titanium.
This is grade 5 titanium?
It's grade 5 titanium with brushed middle case and polished bezel with the best quality of titanium.
Pure Panerai.
Tool watch, clean design, Italian design, purity of shape. And then also we are introducing the metal bracelet version. Metal bracelet version with this Arctic blue dial, is a blue-gray dial. Also this one sandwich.
Mike Horn dial.
Yeah,
Arctic blue.
Arctic, because the inspiration was coming from
Of
this
course.
expedition,
Yeah,
these
yeah,
colors.
but I know that the Mike Horn always had those blue dials, I think.
We had a blue matte dial that we developed for him because he liked this blue color for his expedition. We are just back from the expedition in Bhutan. We came back 3 weeks ago with an experience with Mike. Coming back to the Luminor Marina with metal bracelet, that is actually the watch that I'm wearing during this week. We work a lot on the weight, on the comfort, on the proportion on the watch. And on top of all the other features that we have seen on the other Luminor Marina, we have a new feature on our bracelet that I can show here. Okay.
Micro length adjustment.
Micro length adjustment.
This is now super cool. Show me.
You know, as you can see, the shape of the links is inspired by the shape of the safety lock system. And then between the polish links, we add this brush push button.
How many millimeters?
2 millimeter by side.
So it's 4 millimeters
4
in total?
millimeter in total. Is very convenient because it's for summer season.
It's the only thing you need, a little bit more, a little bit less.
Exactly.
And I know all the discussions we have in our comments about other brands not offering such easy constructions, and people complain and say, hey, I can't wear and I need. I agree, because it is the case when it's too tightened, you feel uncomfortable with your watch. I know. If I'm wearing a watch with a leather or a rubber strap, I always tend to take it one more, one left during the day.
That's correct.
That's how it is.
But with the metal bracelet, once you remove the links, then you have to find the links. And then you have to go to the retailer to ask to adjust, to add, to remove.
And then you are risking that it's get asymmetric, etc. Okay.
Exactly.
Well done, congratulations.
Panerai again, back to the tool watch, practical watch, functional design. It has to be an instrument on your wrist. This is about Luminor Marina. We have also another highlight here.
Show me.
I show you next highlight is about another Luminor, 44 millimeter, and is the new Perpetual calendar. A Perpetual calendar in Platinum Tech. You know our Platinum Tech that is 85% harder than standard Platinum. That means that is harder to machine on one side, but is also more resistant to scratch. You are already playing with the crown. All the operations are made through the crown. As you can see that the dial remain clean, even if we add this blue sapphire dial to see the disc on the dial itself, the disc of the movement. Half of the information, the one that you need every day, are on the front and half on the back, because we use this construction with off-center oscillating weight in gold to have the space to have a month, leap year.
You find the power reserve and the entire 4-digit year fully written.
So on the front, hour, minute, the date, and the second time zone, as our clients are global clients traveling, is very useful function. 10 years of development, big highlight at our manufacturer.
Nice.
And also, when we do complication, we do it in a Panerai way.
Calendario Perpetuo.
Calendario Perpetuo, we are Italian.
Of course.
Calendario Perpetuo.
I suggested to Jean-Marc a couple of years ago to change the names to Italian.
You know that we change, we put all Italian.
No, but believe me, we were in Florence, we were having dinner, we were sitting, enjoying ourselves, and I said to you, are an Italian brand. Why is everything written in English, or I don't know in which language you put it there? Make it Italian. And I have to be honest, it was Stefan Cesca was with me. You probably know Stefan. He's French.
I was with you as well. We were in Florence together. The four of us.
Of course you were there.
The four of us. I still remember we slept at the Four Seasons in Florence. And then we went to the boutique.
True.
It was very nice.
But I don't know when we had that. Have you been in we were just sitting, and even Stefan said, oui, mettez ça en italien.
We were together. The four of us.
Mettez ça en italien.
I remember very well. You see? And we were the four of us.
Okay. My little influence on Panerai.
We listen to our clients. We always listen. Yeah, this is the client-centric approach that we have.
This is for me the most logic thing, but okay.
Staying true to our origin, of course, respecting the codes of the brand. That is a must when we develop the brand and our collection. Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. Oh,
grazie mille.
Grazie mille. Thank you very much. Merci
Thank you, everyone. Merci.
In Spanish, please, Jorge, our cameraman.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Obrigado.
Obrigado. Okay, let's go.
Efkaristo in Greek, so we can play again. Grazie a tutti. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
And thank you, Alexander.
Thank you very much. Alessandro Ficarelli, the Chief of products and marketing at Panerai. Bye-bye, guys. Be sure to watch also these videos I was mentioning before concerning our visit at the manufacturer, because it's worth seeing what they're doing. And we were really enabled to film where we wanted, to do what we wanted. So everything you see there is what you want to probably discover.
Thanks a lot for watching the video on WatchAdvisor on YouTube. And if you think that this is your channel, please check out our website, WatchAdvisor.com, and especially our community section on our website to really get in touch with us, to share lots of things. You will get more detailed information about the watch industry, in-depth videos. More fun will happen there. So if you're interested, have a look at WatchAdvisor.com.